The Glasgow Fair by John Breckenridge. Oh, the sun thre the eastward was peeping, and straight through the windocks did stare, when Willie cried, "Tim, are ye sleeping? Make haste, man, and rise to the fair, for the lads and the lasses are thronging, and all bodies now in astir. Fie, haste ye, and let us be ganging, or faith we be langsome, I fear." Then Tim he got up in a hurry, and Robert he made himself snot, and a pint of milk the Rosie did worry, to make him myrtle for the rod. On his head his blue bonnet he slipped, his whip o'er his shoulder he flung, and a clumsy oak cudgel he gripped, on purpose the loons for to bang. Now Willow had thrysted thee, Jenny, for she was a brow-canty queen. Ward gad that she had a gay penny, for which Willie fondly did grain. Now Tim he was blaming the liquor, ye night he had got himself full, and thrysted cleed Maggie McVicker, and faith he forth shame for to rue. The carrots fu Cadgy sat cooking upon the white necks and the brown. We snuffing and laughing and joking, they soon cantered into the town. 'Twas there was the funning and sporting. Lord, what a swarm o' brow folk, roly-poly, wild beasts, wheel of fortune, sweetstons, master punch, and black jock. Now Willock and Tane, gay and boozy, by this time had met we their Joes. Consented we Jibby and Susie to gang awa down to the shows. 'Twas there was the fiddling and drumming, such a crowd they could scarcely get through. Fiddles, trumpets, and organs a bumming, our sirs what a hullabaloo. When he to the tents at her paulding, we'll fecketh the blankets and mats, and deals seated round like a tap room, supported on stains and on pads. The whiskey like water were selling, and porter as small as were here, and I as you pouring were telling. Troth, dear, it's just 6pence the gill. Says Meg, "See yon beast wi the claes on't, wi the face o't as black as the sod. Preserves, it had fingers and taes on't. Lath, it's an uncle like bird." "Oh, woman, but ye are a gommerer to make such a wonder at it. Dinna ken you deft gowk with a mongrel, with bread twixt a dog and a cat. See yon stupid jaunt how she's dancing, with a wife, ruffled breeks and red shoon. Fred tapped to the tear she's a-glancing, the gold and a feather aboon. My troth, she's a brow decent kimmer, as I have yet seen in the fair." "Her decent," quo Meg, "she's a limmer, or faith, she would never be there." Now Gibbie was wanting a tofu. Says he, "I'm right tired o' the fun. I'd think we'd be the war o' a mouthful, a good nippy yield, and a bun." "Wi' all my heart," Tim says, "I'm willing. 'Tis best for to water the corn. By jing, I've a bonny white shilling, and a 6pence that ne'er saw the wall." Before they got out o' the bustle, poor Tim got his fairing, I trow, for a stick at the gingerbread played whistle, and knocked him down like a cow. Says Tim, "Wha did that they'll confound him? Fair play, let me win at the loon." And he whirled his stick round and round him, and swore like a very dragoon. The next for a house we get glowering, where we might get wetting the more. Says Meg, here's a house keeps a purring, with a sign of a mucker black cow. A cow, quoth Jenny. Ye gawky, preserve us, but ye've little skill. Did ye e'er see a hawkie like that? Look again, and you'll see it's a bill. But just as they darkened the entry, says Willie, we're now far enough. I see it's a house for the gentry. Let's gang to the sign of the pub. Nah, faith, then says Gibby, we see the raver gae donor to old Lucky Guns, for where I'm to meet Wima father, and old Uncle John overwins. Now they all in Lucky's had landed 2 rounds at the bicker to try. The whiskey and Jill round was handed, and Babs in great bulwarks did lie. Blind Alec the fiddler was thrysted, and he was to handle the brow. On a big barrel head he was hoisted, to keep himself out o' the row. Had ye seen such a din and goofering, sich hooching and dancing was there, sich rugging and riving and drawing was ne'er seen before in a fair. For Tim, he wie Maggie was wheeling, and he gied sich a terrible loop, that his head came a thumb on the ceiling, and he came down wie a dumb on his do. Now they ate and they drank till their bellies were bent like the head o' a drum. Sin they race and they capered like fillies whene'er that the fiddle played bum. The dancing they now were grown weary, and scarcely were able to stand. So they took to the road, all food cherry, as day was beginning to dawn.